This week's highlighted item sets from the Dota Pit tournament feature FLUFFNSTUFF playing Mirana and KingR playing the Skywrath Mage.
Illusion.
Hey guys, this is Peter. Welcome to another Dota 2 hat review. This is a series I am doing with High Ground TV to cover the very best mix and match sets from the Dota Pit tournament. So today I have got a KingR Skywrath Mage to present to you, but before I do that, I'd like to let you know that if you go to the article, which is at highground.tv, I have all of the individual items listed there with a link to the Steam Market if you're curious to acquire any of them for yourself after watching this video. Alright, so KingR Skywrath Mage is one of the nicest color coordinating sets that I've seen so far, possibly ever. It's just really well done, great attention to detail. So I'm going to start with the Empyrean, which is the weapon he's using. That is from the TI4 Trove Cask, and it's the immortal weapon, so there's the, rare item value or whatever. It's not rare at all, but it's nice to have that tag. And it comes with a great ultimate animation, so kind of a bonus. Alright, I'm actually more excited about the rest of the set. So the Azure Shroud is, I think, one of the more serious looking head items for him. I think some of those helmets look very silly. This does a great job of giving him an air of mystery by hiding most of his face. You've got those glowing blue eyes popping out there from behind the shroud, and I really like the gold at the seams and around the face. I think that looks really good. So great choice there. Wings of Retribution, I think these match the Empyrean, the helmet, everything. I like the way that the gold just matches it all. And the gray on the wings is fantastic. I think it gives him the sort of darker, stormy Skywrath look that is maybe less visually drawing than having these bright white wings, but it's a lot more tasteful. I think it's very, very classic looking, so I like that a lot. The Cloudforged Great Girdle is what he's wearing on his belt. Not a very exciting item. Like, I'm not, wow, I want that, I need that, but I think it blends very well with the set. The gray is matching the wings nicely, and as well as the armor, which is also that dark gray color. And it just, it looks good without being overly, I don't know. It's not exciting, but it looks good. That's the summary of that. The Great Mantle is exciting and looks good. I think this is a perfect choice. So remember last week, if you watched my video, I was talking about clipping. It does have that clipping issue with the Azure Shroud, but you can barely see it. His wings are in the way. You'd have to be looking at the back of his head from the preview. You wouldn't notice it at all in game. I think that's fine. I love the details on this. I love the little pieces that are sticking out next to his head and the way it sticks out from his shoulders. I just think it looks fantastic. Looks really, really good. Finally, he finished it off with the Cuffs of Divine Ascension. So these are cuffs which have little gold wings sticking off. Color, not exactly the same as the color on his wings, but come on, it's pretty close, right? It looks very good. And I like the way that it sticks out at the elbow, kind of echoes what's happening up near his head with the mantle. So all in all, it just, when you put it all together, I think it's very tasteful. It's not like in your face kind of a set, but it's a really, really elegant, well done Skywrath Mage. So props to KingR for this one. Alright, so let's check out FLUFFNSTUFF's Mirana. So next up we have FLUFFNSTUFF's Mirana set, and what should be said before I go over anything that he's put here is that there are a ton of Mirana sets out. Really gorgeous items to choose from, so seeing such a nice combination was really pleasant. As soon as I saw this set, I knew I was going to need to put it in this video, so I'm excited to go over it with you. The Crescent Bow is what he's using for a bow, otherwise known as the pay-to-lose bow. So it shoots a very brilliant, shiny, obvious arrow, and there are arguments for not using this item in a professional game, but there's something of confidence in doing so that I like that. So the bow itself, I think is maybe the least standout part of this set, actually. With Andalmir stripes, it kind of just blends in. You're not even really getting the visual effect of having something impressive there, but I think that's okay. I think the rest of the set is so good that maybe having the bow be a little bit blending in is not a problem. So that's that. The hair that he's got here is from Yi's bundle, which had 5 different hair pieces for different heroes in it. I had some issues with this one when I first bought that bundle a while back, and I was like, wow, this looks awful in the preview. I hate the way it doesn't lie flat on her back. It looks alive, it looks creepy. From the front, it's fantastic. The hair really frames her face well. I think the tiara looks great on her, and Mirana looks very good with bangs. But this, I was getting hung up on this. However, when I saw it in game, the impression that you get is that Mirana is running around on the back of a tiger and her hair is blowing in the wind, like it should. So it actually looks very realistic and very good in game. And especially for a professional player, where you're not looking at their item preview, you're watching them play in game, I think that is so important, and it looks fantastic. So it's a great choice here. A+. Heavenly Guardian bracers. I want to just point this out because people don't usually care about bracers, and I don't usually care about bracers. I'm guilty too. I think these bracers add something subtle to the set that just gives it the perfection that I feel like it has. So they're really bright blue there with the white on either edge of it that you can see. Just, there's so much going on a Mirana. Just to have your eyes kind of drawn to that point and have something popping there is fantastic. I think it looks really, really good. So these are, I think, a must-have in this set. I would not eliminate the bracers. If you're thinking of changing something, leave those alone. They look great. The skirt, tassels, what a wonderful accent. Mirana's got great legs, it kind of draws your eye there, and they're kind of playful and fun. I love them. The back of the skirt has a very simple design, not too much going on there, but again, it just looks it's classic, elegant, simple. Great. The Heavenly Guardian crest. The fabulous thing about that is these little, I don't even know what these are, just these flying out pieces of fabric. They definitely draw your eye in game. They look wonderful with this particular hair because you have the impression that the hair is being blown in the wind, and so are these little pieces of fabric. Kind of gets your eye up here, and it's very good. The rest of the crest, also very nice. You got the little accents here on the bust. That looks pretty nice. And I love these little, I don't know, scallops. I guess I'll call them scallop-shaped things around the edges. Really just, I think if you had just the white there, it might wash out her skin tone. But with the black, it really offsets it and makes it look classy. Finally, not finally. Let's talk about the quiver before the mount, because the mount is like, you know, it's the big decision with your Mirana set, is picking the right mount. The quiver, I love this quiver. I like the little wing on it. I think that's so pretty and kind of whimsical. It's very nice. And I like that the leather looks like wrapped leather. It looks like Mirana made that herself, and I find that to be very nice. So I love this quiver. The mount, got a lot of great choices for that. There are some new fancy ones. This is kind of an old-fashioned, old-school mount. It's adorable. Come on, look at those blue eyes. It's just beautiful. It's adorable. This was very well done. It's a giant lion, and I think there's a lot of flashy new mounts. This one is stylish, and just looks good with the rest of the set. What can I say? So, well played, Fluff and Stuff. I love your Mirana. I think it's very nice. Alright, so if you guys also loved his Mirana, or if you loved KingR Skywrath Mage again, there are links to all of those items on the Steam Market from my article. I also have a little description there about what I thought of the sets, in case you didn't want to watch the video. But since you did, thank you for watching. I will be back doing this again next week. If you have any comments about the items in the sets, or if you had any, disagreements with what I thought about them, I'd love to hear that. Go ahead and post that in the comments. Everyone have a wonderful week and a very happy Dota.